everyone! Thanks so much for tuning in today. I am a little bit late on this video, but it's because I've been working on this background. And I got a light so I can film in my room instead of in front of a door. I'm so excited. So my background is just some of my artwork and then some pretty things because, you know, why not? And because for me, makeup is kind of like this artsy fun thing. Like, I guess there's practical things to it too, but for me it's just art. So I thought I would incorporate some of my artwork too in the background just to kind of give this like an artsy feel thing. So I hope you guys like it. You should let me know what you think down below in the comments, please. So today I made you this look. It's a spring fresh look. It has a nice pink eye with a little bit of smokiness but not too smoky, and then this fun purple lip from ColourPop. I made this look for you today. I hope you like it. If you have any suggestions of looks that you want to see, let me know in the comments or give me a thumbs up, whatever works for you, boo. And yeah, I'm super stoked about this new setup. I'm going to get a little bit of a brighter light, so bear with me, but for right now, this is what I'm working with, and I hope you liked it. If you haven't subscribed already, then give me a little subscribe, and then you can stay updated with everything that I do. Bye-bye! I'm so excited. I can't handle it. Today we're going to start with our eyes. I have already applied tape from the corner of my eye to my eyebrow. This will ensure a sharp line, and I want to have very winged out eyeshadow today because it is on the softer end. I don't want to lose the shape of my eyes. So first we're going to prime our eyes with the Revlon Colorstay concealer. I think mine is just in the lightest shade, Fair. And I'm going to buff that out with a beauty blender because that's what you do. If you hear construction in the background, that's because my husband is so awesome and he's making not only a bed for my children, but then also a little rowboat that they can play in because he's just so bomb digs like that. After I have that concealer placed, I'm going to set it with the Revlon Photoready translucent finisher. Even though this powder says that it's translucent, it does give off a little bit of white, just so you know. I'm going to be working with the NARS Narsissist palette. Beautiful shadows. So I got this awesome new brush by Morphe. This is their M504 brush. It's just like that Sigma one that I always use that I love, except for it comes to a point at the end, making it a lot easier to apply colors into the crease. So with this brush, I'm going to use the... Oh my god! Oh my god! So the purple eyeshadow just fell out, but luckily I'm not using that today, so I will take care of that at another time. I will be using this bronzy color right here. It does have a little bit of a sheen to it, and I'm going to use that directly in the crease with the M504 brush. And when you do this, you want to go back and forth first, putting that point of the brush directly in your crease, and then you want to start going a little faster, and then you can start doing circular motions to buff it up. The purpose of this color is to make sure that we have a color between our eyeshadow and our skin tone. This will give it a blended effect. And then I got another brush from Morphe, and this is the same brush essentially, only a lot smaller. This is the M506, and I absolutely adore it. I'm going to use this dark brown color right here, and essentially do the same motions except for smaller. So right in the crease. And then using the same brush, I'm going to take this black color, and I just want a little bit of diffuse black in the outer corner. So I'm just going to run this along the tape in circular motions. The tape is a nice barrier so you can be sloppy and not have to worry about it. And I'm going to go back into that brown and just blend out the top of that black. Then I'm going to use this Maybelline 24-Hour Color Tattoo Cream Eyeshadow. This one is just in a pure white. And I'm going to just use my finger and I'm going to put this all over my lid, and this will create a nice base for the next shadow. Then we're going to take a flat synthetic brush to pack some eyeshadow on top of that base. This is the MAC 242 brush. I absolutely adore it. It's super flat and skinny. Then we're going to go in with this pink shade right here, and we're going to pack that all over the lid. We're doing this in patting motions so that the color sticks to it. Once we have that color down, we'll go back with the Morphe M504 brush and that initial bronzy shade that we used, and we're going to just blend this all together. And then I'm just taking this black color again and going back in my outer corner. With the Sigma F40 brush that I usually use, I'm going to just blend out the edges. There's no product on this brush. Back with the MAC shader brush, we're going to just go with the lightest pink here, and I'm just going to pat this right on the inner part of my lid. You can hear my children screaming in the background because they're having a blast. Now we'll remove the tape. Look at that sharp line, hell yeah. So we're going to work on the rest of the face and then we'll go back to the eyeballs. I've seen several YouTubers use this product and I thought I would try it out myself since it is so cheap to buy, and it is the Nivea Men's Aftershave Balm. I got mine with a cooling effect because I like that kind of stuff, but it was like $6 for this giant freaking thing. It makes the products go on your face so much smoother. It's just like, you know, putting freaking makeup on a baby's butt. Don't know why you would do that, but in case you wanted to, now you can try it on your own face. They should call me and make me do an ad for them. Pour a little bit into my hands and then I rub it all over my face. And your face does smell like a man, by the way, but if anyone's telling you your face smells like a man, they're too close. Now that your face smells like a man, let's make it shiny. The Hard Candy Look Pro Illuminate and Strobing Mix-In Drops. I'm just going to rub this on top of my face as is. So you just push the little button on top and then like it soaks up the product. I'm literally just going to drop some like directly on my face because I'm sanitary. What are you doing, Isaac? Oh really? That's a language I'm not familiar with. Cute little interruption.
It was like the cutest moment ever. Too bad y'all didn't see any of it.
Now I'm going to be super duper high maintenance. Do you like the shaking? I like it. It's because I'm shaking my new products. 2 foundations today. I have the Bobbi Brown foundation. That's kind of all it says. And then the NARS All Day Luminous Weightless foundation. I'm going to mix them together because this one doesn't quite have the coverage that I want. But it's super luminous. I don't know if it's super luminous. It's pretty dewy. And then this one, even though it says luminous, it's kind of matte, so the mixture of them will make it nice, and this has great coverage. I feel like foundation takes so long no matter who you are.
We torture him by giving him toys.
I'm going to go back to that original concealer that we were using, the Revlon Colorstay Concealer in Fair, and I'm going to use this to highlight underneath my eyes and then also conceal whatever dark circles I may have. I'm a mom, I have dark circles. And then to balance out that highlight, I'm going to put it on my chin, Cupid's bow, my nose, and my forehead. If you have blemishes, then you should use a concealer that is the same color as your foundation. This one is a couple shades lighter in order to bring some light to my face. And I have to say, this is probably my favorite drugstore concealer. Not my favorite concealer, just ones from the drugstore. And to help avoid creasing, I'm just going to set that right away with the same powder that I used to set my eyes. But just underneath my eyes because I'm going to do some cream contouring elsewhere.
Alright, and now it's the contour. Contour. I'm going to contour.
I'm going to use the Laura Mercier Cream Contour. I love this. I'm going to use the biggest and lightest shade. And I'm going to use this Too Faced brush. I like using this one to just apply the product. I'm going to go from the top of my ear down towards my mouth, not all the way to my mouth. Unless you're going for the drag look, then go for it. And I'm going to bring it to like right where my eye about ends. I like this kit because it's super blendable, really easy for first time cream contourers. Gonna put a little bit on the bottom of my lip just so I look powdier. And then on the sides of my head. I'm going to use this Sigma Tapered Kabuki brush F86 and I'm going to blend that out. And I'm making sure I'm getting into the hairline. And those of you that have lighter hair color, just try to get as close to your hairline as possible. And then to sharpen up that contour, I'm going to use my concealer and just go directly underneath it and pat it out with a beauty blender. Then with a big fluffy brush, I'm going to set my whole face using that translucent powder. And then to set that contour, I'm going to use the Marc Jacobs Light Filtering Contour Kit. And I'm going to use this color right here that clearly I'm almost out of because I love it. This is the creamiest contour powder I've ever experienced in my whole life. Like, it is so creamy that I remember showing it to one of my friends and she was like, is that a cream to powder product? I told her, nope, that's just powder. And I'm going to tap this just right in the back here. This is just a flat brush from MAC. It is the number 163. And then I'm going to use this angled bronzer kind of brush from Sephora. So then I'm just going to use the very tip of it to just start blending that out. To warm up the skin, I'm going to use the Too Faced Little Black Book of Bronzers. Really, you don't have to buy this whole thing. You can just buy the one bronzer I'm using, which is the Snowbunny bronzer right here. That right over where I have my contour. And then for blush today, I'm going to use the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani Blush Palette. Can we just talk about this packaging for a second? Like, that's fucking beautiful, this palette. Like, doesn't that just make you want to die a little bit? I'm going to use the Cherry shade, which is this nice baby pink. So I like to keep it concentrated and then start to blend back towards my bronzer. It's freaking beautiful. Then for highlighter, I'm going to use the Becca Cosmetics highlighter in Opal. Everyone and their mom should own this if they don't already. Put this on my cheekbones, and I'm putting it pretty widespread just to give me a glowy effect. I'm going to bring a little bit down my nose and on my top of my lip, chin, and above my eyebrows. I'm going to use the ColourPop Chic Shocker in Smoke and Whistles, which is essentially like a very similar color, just a little bit lighter. So I'm going to just pat this right on the high points of my cheekbones and like directly above my eyebrow. Oops, that one has a zit, but now it's accentuated, you know, whatevs. I'm going to go back into the Narsissist palette.
Can't see my brushes, they're too far away.
I've been using this little tapered pencil brush from Sigma, the E30 from Sigma, and I'm going to take that bronzy color that we used in our transition shade and put it directly under the lash line. And you have to make a super sexy face while you do it, otherwise it doesn't count. And with a flat definer brush, this one's the Morphe brush E43, I'm going to dip into the Color Tattoo base that we were using before, and I'm going to put it right on my waterline. Once you have that in the waterline, then you can go in with that really light pink shade.
Now that you're beautiful. Because obviously you weren't before, gosh.
I'm going to use this Dior lash primer to make my eyelashes super long. I'm going to use the Elizabeth Mott It's So Big mascara. Definitely my favorite mascara for feathery lashes. And I'm going to use this MAC Pro Longwear waterproof brow set. I'm just going to run this through my brows. I don't feel like having super defined brows today. And then for lips, I want to try this ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip. I've heard so many mixed reviews about it, so I really want to try it. And it's this bright purple, like lavender lip, and I just think it's perfect for spring. And I really love non-transfer lipsticks, so I wear liquid lipsticks more than I wear regular lipsticks. And I'm just going to use that lip pencil. It's the Heroin Lips pencil from MAC, and I'm going to line my lips. You can go ahead and fill in your lips too. One thing I did notice, because the first one I tried was a different color, and you have to, it's super liquidy, like super watery. So when you're holding the tube, hold it straight up, because I used the other one and I accidentally dumped some of it on myself because I was holding it sideways. Don't do that. And to set my whole face, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild setting spray. So these ColourPop liquid lipsticks are super drying. Super drying. They're super cheap, so it's like, so far I'm liking how this one looks. I had another one, the one that I didn't like, so I think it just depends on the color.
Climb on board. We'll go slow in high tempo, light and